All right, we're going to collage this tissue paper that I gel printed onto this 12 by 12 inch canvas, and I'm just kind of putting it on here randomly, but just starting in the corners is what I sort of decided. I'm just using some matte medium, and I'm using this Deco Art brand, which I like. And I'm almost out of it, so hopefully I have enough to finish this project. And I'm taking it down onto the edges. I've been using this Catalyst wedge tool to kind of smooth down my edges, and it seems to work really well. Here's the collage. And sides are covered perfectly, but you know, as well as I want them covered. I'll add, once this is dry, I'll add this to the center, and I think it's going to look spectacular. And there'll be a few other things that are going to happen to this too. I've completed the collage on this, and it's on all sides. And I added the gel print to the front, and then I collaged bits and pieces over the top of this so that I got rid of some of those hard edges. And I also added some more sunflowers to the corner on either side. These are going to fit on either side of this canvas, much like a triptych would be. And I think they'll work. I need to add some paint to these sunflowers and to the ones on the sides. I'm going to use a little bit of turquoise phthalo and iridescent gold fine to dry brush each one of these sunflowers. And I realize turquoise isn't a sunflower color, but we're using a little artistic license here. I'm going to get one layer on each one of these, and then I'm going to come back in and work on them some more. And I want my centers a little darker. So this time I'm just going to move right into just the turquoise phthalo with no gold. Brushes. Use something that's a little stiffer and has a little bit more oomph to it, meaning this one is actually a bristle brush, because this stuff is really hard on brushes. Now let's do a little highlighting. So I want my centers to not quite be that dark, but I don't want them to be the same color that I used before. So I'm going to mix a little bit lighter color by mixing my gold, which is going to make a really light, pretty green. And I'm just going to add a little bit of a highlight. Now I also have to stop and think, you know, where do I want my highlight coming from? I'm going to grab a little bit smaller brush. This is a deerfoot brush, but again, it has a very stiff bristle, and I'm going to go right into that gold, just the plain gold, and I'm just going to put a little bit of gold right up here on the top. All right, I'm going to switch to just kind of a dome. I think it's called a dome blender. And I'm going to go into my dark to start with. And I'm going to use this on these petals. And I'm just going to add a little bit of a shadow just down here at the base. That looks actually fabulous. This one, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'll come back and show you how they look. These don't show up as well. These show up tremendously. I think they look really beautiful. So the next step is to highlight some of these petals. I'm going to use this same dirty brush, and I'm just going to go right into gold. And that dirty brush is going to just color it a light green. And I think that'll work great, and I think I can leave some of the white. I may come back in with a little bit white. Okay, these are not quite as light as I'd like them to be, so I'm going to take a little bit of white. And in my dirty brush, I'm not cleaning this brush, I'm just going to mix some, it's just titanium white. And I'm going to see if I can lighten these up just a bit. Those look good. Let me show you the other ones. Those look good. And those look good. Okay,